Welcome. This is day 11 of our Cultivate Patience Introduction to Ashtanga. I'm Robin. We're going to get started today. We're adding in the twisting posture of revolved side angle pose, Parivritta Parsvakonasana. So we'll get to that when we get to that. We're going to get started at the front of our mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, or feet hip bone distance apart. And if you want blocks, you can place them at the front of the blocks if you need them at the beginning of your practice, or if you need them for the twist, keep them at the back. All right, pull in your belly, lengthen your tailbone, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe close your eyes for a moment and settle into your breath. Just noticing what is today. Without any sense of judgment. Just feel into your body. As you feel the connection of your feet to the earth. As you lift up through your spine, reaching the crown of your head up. Maybe coming into your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath takes time to cultivate, takes patience to be able to maintain it throughout the practice, but just see what works. Make sure you're breathing. And then take your hands to heart center, perhaps setting an intention. We'll seal our intention with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. Exhale, hands by your side. Samastitihi. Feel that equal balance. And then let's begin. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, and maybe you're bending your knees here or using your blocks. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to a plank. Maybe you're lowering to your belly or to chaturanga. Inhale for a cobra or an up dog, and I'll put something in the description box about this. Exhale, down dog. If you need some variations of your sun salutations. Knowing you can replace down dog with child's pose, coming to your knees, reaching your arms forward. Feeling that external rotation of your upper arms, whether you're in child's pose or down dog. Bringing those triceps down towards the mat. Two more breaths. One more. And then look forward to your hands and step forward. Take a half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale your hands by your side. Samastitihi. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Pull in that belly and fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back to a plank. Lower to your belly or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or any variation. Exhale, down dog. Maybe you're pedaling out your heels or shaking your head. And keep as much bend in your knees as you need to find that long spine. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then look forward to your hands, step or hop forward, take a half lift, and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands by your sides, Samastiti. Again, inhale, arms up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, hinge forward, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale your back bend, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down dog, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 breaths. Slow and steady. Engaging your bandhas if you can. Lifting up your pelvic floor muscles. And pulling that low belly up and in. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half lift. Exhale, fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, Samastiti. Equal standing pose. All right, that was 3 sun salutations. Sun A, that's what we'll do for today. Now Sun B, Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, either your legs are together or any distance that feels good. Parallel feet. Arms up, chair pose. Hugging your inner thighs towards the midline. Arms straight forward, up, or in prayer. Exhale, hands down, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Ardha. Exhale, step or float back into your chaturanga low push-up or your belly, or maybe you're skipping it. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Step your right foot forward, pivot your back heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down, Vinyasa. Warming up the whole body here. Left side, left foot steps forward by your thumb. Left knee over ankle, Virabhadrasana A or 1. Exhale, hands down. And move through your flow. Taking your time. Feeling that deep connection inward. Noticing how your back body is warming up. As you lift up through your kneecaps. And press that floor away. One more breath here. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward and take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Stand tall, Samasthiti. One more like that. Bend your knees, arms up, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes forward. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha. Left foot comes forward. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down and flow. You could be going faster than I am or slower. Two more breaths. Lots of space around your neck. And then look forward to your hands and step or hop forward. Take a half lift and fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. And stand tall, Samasthiti. All right, Padangusthasana. Step or hop your feet about 2 fists apart or whatever you need for your body. And take your hands to your hips. Lift your chest as you inhale and hinge forward, leading with your heart. If you don't want to go all the way down, you could stay here as a modification. Or maybe you're folding over your legs, grabbing your big toes with a yogi toe grip. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. 5 breaths, reaching your elbows to both sides of the room. Or just keeping your hands on your ankles and still reaching your elbows. Retracting your shoulder blades and lifting your sitting bones up. One more breath. And then inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet. Padahastasana if this is possible, or repeat the previous. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Shifting a little bit more weight into the balls of your feet. Still lifting up through your sitting bones, engaging your quadricep muscles. Lengthening your whole spine. One more breath. And then inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up, pulling in the belly. And exhale, Samasthiti, equal standing pose. Okay, Utthita Parsvakonasana, triangle pose. Maybe grabbing a block if you need. Take your right foot, step it back behind you. Parallel your feet. And then rotate that right leg so that your knee, your hip, and your ankle all face forward or back. Stretch out your arms. Bump your left hip to the back. Reach, 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 and hinge. So you can rest your hand on your shin. You can lightly take your hand to a block, or maybe you're reaching for your big toe. Wherever you are, you're finding the length on both sides of your waist. Maybe looking up at your top hand if that's comfortable, or looking down. And then inhale, rise back up, arms active. Pivot your right foot in and your left leg to the front of your mat. Bump your right hip, reach, reach, reach as far forward as you can, hugging this left hip in, and then hinge. So maybe you're using a prop or not. Maybe your arm is stretching up your right arm, or you're keeping it down on your hip. Lengthen that whole spine. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears, lifting up through your kneecaps. And taking those slow, steady breaths. And then inhale, rise back up. Revolve triangle. Pivot that right foot in. Your left foot is angled in slightly. Maybe make a little bit more space. Torso faces the back of your mat, just like warrior one, torso parallel to the short end. Reach your left arm up. Lean forward. With lengthening the spine, finding that crease at your hip. And then taking your left hand on the inside for an easier twist, or just maybe a more doable twist, or on the pinky side edge of your foot. And reaching your right arm up, lengthening through both sides of your waist, pressing into the big toe mound of your front foot, lifting up the inner arch of your back foot. Feeling this big twist from above your navel. And then look down, inhale, rise back up. Pivot your right toes in, your left toes to the back, maybe adjusting your stance. Reaching your right arm up, squaring your hips, reaching forward, hinging at your hip, and then finding the twist. Either on the inside of the foot, twisting from above your navel and lifting your left arm up, or on the outside. Whether you have a block or you're just pressing into the mat or something else, really press in, root down, and lift up through your fingertips. Taking those slow breaths, even in this deep twist. One more. And then inhale, rise back up, being careful of your blocks. Step or hop your feet together and step back to the front of your space. Samasthiti. Okay. Utthita Parsvakonasana, which we worked on yesterday, side angle pose. Step that right foot back again, a little bit of a wider stance. Rotate that right foot out, and this time you're going to bend that right knee. So your right knee is over your ankle. Stretch out your arms, lean forward, pulling your belly in, and taking your hand either to your thigh, stretching your left arm up, or sweeping it over your ear, or taking your hand to the mat or a block on the outside of the foot for Ashtanga. Rotating those ribs up towards the ceiling, maybe sweeping that arm over the ear and looking at the fingers if that feels possible. Drawing the shoulder away from the ear. Opening up through that right hip, reaching it towards that arm if your hand is down. Or using your forearm to press it open. And then inhale, rise back up. Turn your toes in, your left leg goes to the front. Bend your left knee and see where you want to take your side angle pose. I'm going to turn around so you can see here. So your forearm is either on your thigh or your hand is behind on the floor on a block. Revolving the ribs up towards the ceiling, or taking that the hand and sweeping it over your head and looking at your fingers, keeping this deep bend in your left knee, pressing into the pinky side edge of your back foot. One more breath here. And then press into your feet. Inhale, rise back up, parallel the feet. Okay, now we're going to do the revolved version. I'm mirroring you to start. Take that right leg, rotate it so that it's facing the back of your mat. Bend your knee. All right. So this is similar to what we just did, but we want to revolve our torso. We want to turn our torso and take your ribs over to the right. So the first option is to come into a high lunge, a crescent lunge, being up on the back foot. Your left heel is up. Take your hands to heart center, lean forward, take your elbow to the knee, to the thigh, and twist from here. So this is one option. I'll switch feet so that I'm facing you. So your right foot is forward, you're on the ball of your back foot. And you don't have to do this yet, you can watch the options, seeing what works for your body. And you could stay here. This is one option. You can also lower that back knee down, maybe put some padding under it. And you can keep the toes tucked here. Move the block. Okay. This is like a revolved crescent or revolved low lunge. So this is option one. Option two is to take that left hand to the pinky side edge of your back foot, drawing the right hip crease back. Now this is not possible for everybody's body, so just bear in mind that. And then you could take your arm up, or traditionally, you're sweeping it just like the side angle over your ear, an external rotation of your upper arm bone. You could stay right here in this deep twist. You can lift your back heel up, or you can pivot your foot back down. So those are your options. So here we go. So from your parallel position, you're rotating that right leg out. I'm going to come down to my left knee. Reach my arms up, or your hands are in prayer. Start to twist from above your navel. Your hips are trying to stay level with the mat. And then see where you want to take it. Maybe it's right here for today, trying to keep the bend in the right knee. Maybe you're working with splitting with your hands or using a block. Maybe you're taking the arm over the ear or lifting the back knee up. 3 more breaths in your twist. One more. And then inhale, if your back knee is lowered, lift it up, straighten your legs back to the starting position here with our legs wide, and then we're going to do the other side. Rotate that left leg, come up on the ball of your back foot to start, squaring your hips, pulling your belly in, lengthening your tailbone. Bend your left knee so it's over your ankle. Start with your hands in prayer. Start to twist your torso right from above your navel, spiraling your ribs to the left. And then maybe coming and taking your elbow to your thigh and pressing into your hands, reaching your heart towards your thumbs, or splitting your hands. Or I'm going to drop my back knee here. Taking those slow breaths. We worked for a while on the other side, so we're going to stay here for a little bit. So maybe start with your knee down, and then maybe try to straighten or split your hands. Keeping this connection of your right elbow to your left leg. Finding your balance, pulling in your bandhas. Maybe lifting the back heel up. Maybe planting the foot down if that feels possible. The main action of this posture is the twist, so revolving those ribs to the left. If for some reason you can't twist, you can stay on the inside of that front foot in a lizard lunge. Maybe you're pregnant, for example, with the knee up or the knee down, and just focusing on the length of the spine. Or if you can twist, but just a little bit with that back knee down, you can take more of an open twist by putting some more space or twisting the other way. 2 more breaths. And then if your back knee is lowered, lift it back up. Start to lift back up, paralleling the feet, extending the arms, and then step or hop your feet together and step to the front of your mat, Samasthiti. I'm going to move my props out of the way. Since if you have props, you just have to be careful of those during all these transitions from the front to the back. All right, so tomorrow we're going to work on wide-legged forward fold, Parivritta Parsvakonasana. There are 4 versions of that. So just notice how you feel in your body. And we're going to flow down to the mat. Twists are really good for the digestion, for the spine. You need to be very mindful, moving with breath, not compromising it. Paying attention to your SI joint, your back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Let's take a side bend. Lower your right hand down. Side bend. Inhale back to center, side bend the other way. Inhale back to center. We're going to do an open twist. Stretch your right arm behind you, your left arm forward. So my hips are still facing forward, but it's above my navel that spirals. Come back to center, twist the other way. And come back to center and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back to all 4s. Reach your left arm up. This isn't traditional. And take that left hand underneath, threading the needle, maybe taking your chin down, your face down to a block, or not. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder, maybe stretching the right arm forward on the mat and even extending the right leg long, tucking your toes. Feeling this balance here. As you feel this twist, twisting your torso to the right, trying to keep your hips level. If your arm is extended, take it back under your shoulder, lower that right knee if it's up, and sweep that left arm up, rotating through your wrist, and switch. Reach your right arm up, thread it under, coming down to the side of your right cheek, maybe reaching your left arm forward and your left leg back. I'm keeping my toes down on the mat, but there's a version of this where you lift your toes up. So feel this twist to the left. And then bring your left knee back down, your left hand under your shoulder, press into your hand, reach your right arm up, Rotate through your wrists, shake it out. Come back to all fours and come to a seat. You can lie down and take a Shavasana. You can stay as long as you would like in a meditation. Just noticing how you feel in your body, feeling that long spine. Wherever you got to today is where you need to be, not forcing anything, but working with your body. Take your hands to heart center. A lot of gratitude for the practice, your body, your breath. Hold your intention in the palm of your hands. We will close with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Let me know in the comments how you're doing with the series, how the twist feels in your body. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time.